Never believe if you haven't proven it. Jataka Tale Number 1, Buddha Past Life Stories. The Bodhisatta was formerly a trader who oversaw sizable oxcart caravans to conduct business with other countries. He learned that another merchant, a young and foolish man, was going to undertake the same voyage as he did as he got ready to embark on a protracted, hazardous trek through a large desert. They would damage the road if they traveled at the same time, and it would be challenging to locate enough water, firewood, and grass to feed the oxen. When offered the opportunity, the young merchant chose to go first and the Bodhisatta would follow after discussing the problem with them. A goblin who lived there planned to force the foolish young man's caravan to throw away their drinking water so that he and his tiny group could easily attack and devour the exhausted men as soon as they arrived in the midst of the wilderness. The goblin used his magic to summon a magnificent vehicle, which he then rode toward the oncoming caravan with a bunch of companions who were all drenched and wearing lotuses and water lilies on their heads. The goblin informed the young merchant that the challenging portion of the expedition was finished and that there was plenty of rain and lakes up ahead as he stopped to chat with him. The goblin advised the merchant to pour his water to lower his load and make the voyage easier. The young guy told his troops to break all of the goblin's water jars without questioning the goblin's account. Naturally, they were unable to find any water the remainder of the day, and they went to bed weak and hungry because they were unable to boil their rice. All of the men and cattle were devoured by the goblins who arrived during the night, leaving only skeletal remains. The goblins approached the Bodhisatta in the same way 6 weeks later as he set out on his journey with 500 carts. His group accepted the story and wished to abandon their water to go more quickly. The Bodhisatta, however, was aware of the trick and declined, telling his soldiers that they would hear thunder, see storm clouds and lightning, and feel the wind if it were actually raining up ahead. They arrived at the scene of the murderous young merchant, surrounded their wagons for the night to establish a strong camp, and stood guard till morning with swords drawn. When they left, they swapped some of the stronger abandoned carts for their weaker ones and seized the most valuable goods. Each man made a big profit and safely made it back home.